excited you're here on Awake TV Network for your show Hidden Superpowers. Live and pre-recorded with your host, Ashley Lee. Today we are going to discuss and delve into the world of quantum jumping. Discovering your inner superpowers. Let's talk for a moment about what quantum jumping is. It is literally an internal maneuver of consciousness that creates an abrupt jump from one energy, state, or reality to another. And so what do we mean by that, quantum jumping? Let's first talk about an energy state and what that entails. We can move in an energy state from one emotion to another. What does that mean? Well, in this picture, this young girl is actually experiencing a multitude of emotions, moving from one emotion to the other. Maybe serene and quiet, happy, giggling, sad, depressed, silly, maybe sleeping or somber or quiet, thinking, screaming, being loud, joyful, contemplating what it is we'd like to do next. All of those are abilities for us to move energy states of emotions. How about inside of this energy state of emotions, we can reduce heightened emotions to promote stability just before we're ready to start quantum jumping. So for example, if we have this situation of overjoy and we're driving, it might be challenging to stay on the road and to be safe inside of our quantum jumping process. Let's speak for a moment too on the opportunity of raising a lower emotion and vibration into a higher vibration or emotional state of being. And what does that look like? What if we can move into a place where we don't feel good or safe about ourselves? We're not sure what's going to happen next. And so we could be in fear or doubt. And instead, when we take a moment to love ourselves, to support ourselves, that raises our vibration, that gets the energy moving in such a way that quantum jumping is a lot simpler, easier, and has greater flow. Let's talk also for a moment about reality orientation and how how we relate to one reality from another. That's a tongue twister. How about showing yourself proof of the past efforts to reorient you to new realities, new possibilities, new potentials? So in this situation, what if he climbed all that way, halfway up the mountain? And if we can do it halfway, we can do it all the way, can't we? With the right training, with the right understanding, with the right mindset, mood, attitude, emotion, and even energetic orientation. How about jumping from your perspective to another's perspective? That gives us more ideas about where jumping would like to occur. Where would we like to move from point A to point B, so to speak? Now let's speak for just a moment about changing states of reality, because that's some of the value behind quantum jumping. We literally change the states of reality through molecular electronic transitions. What does that mean? Called it MET for short. It takes place when electrons in a molecule from atoms are excited from one energy level to a higher energy level. That's what helps us jump physically in different realities. The way that we can jump physically is we access the quantum field. When our thoughts are clear about what we choose to create, we begin to access the quantum energy field. It all begins with the thoughts. Now, creating a physical transformation sometimes can be a big leap, and sometimes it's not so difficult at all. Our interaction with the quantum field begins to physically shift the atomic molecules when we jump from one position to the next. What are some of the challenges with quantum jumping? I wanted to dive into this just a little bit too. What blocks us from quantum jumping? It's really when we believe that it is not possible to connect with the new reality, an energetic state, or a jump point. We prevent connecting to that potential experience. What do we mean by all that? Well, let's talk for a moment about jump points. Jump points are starting from where you are choosing where you want to be. So where you are is choosing to where you want to be. So what does that really mean? So where are you now? Where are you in this moment? And then where would you like to jump with clarity of thought? Would you like to jump to your bedroom, bathroom, kitchen? Would you like to jump outside or jump halfway across the room? It's possible. And it's possible through the concepts of when we understand the basic realities and orient us to those realities, we start to begin to open up the world of teleportation, don't we? So when we can move from don't, shouldn't, wouldn't, couldn't, doubt, we start to leave that off on the side. We move into doing, creating. Let's talk about the landing point for just a moment. Landing points are the landing in the desired space you choose. So knowing where that is, knowing what that is, helps us determine how to materialize from where we were to where we want to be. And we can do that. How about failing to jump, right? Failing to jump is an interesting concept. How we fail to jump in quantum jumping is really through self-judgments, fear or doubt. Fear or doubt can come manifested in many, many different ways. The best way to really support and to move through failure to jump is conflict resolving our fears or doubts, acknowledging we have a conflict. Then, right, releasing judgments about those conflicts, our own and maybe the others that we judge or that may judge us about quantum jumping in the first place. Then what we do is we forgive ourselves for having judgments. We move into proclaiming we're sovereign from this fear and doubt. And when we do that, jumping begins to become a possibility through the observation of shining and seeing witnessing the opportunities inside of ourselves, knowing that we can do quantum jumping. Everyone is capable of bringing this into their reality. Sometimes in a failure to jump is we perceive others are holding us back. We could create timeline distortions. So for example, in this case, let's say this little guy wanted to separate, wanted to jump to another reality. Maybe a reality walking with his family in the park without rain. Maybe having an opportunity too. Maybe he wanted to jump where he wasn't near his family anymore. He got to be with his friends, or he wanted to be alone in the trees playing. Whatever that is, sometimes we could fail to jump because we may create a distortion in the timeline with other family members. And our other family members might not recognize where we've gone. Right? So in a physical realm, we could physically jump or teleport to a different area. Emotionally, we could change and jump from one emotion to another. Mentally, we could actually change our constructs and our beliefs, jump from one belief system that didn't much serve us and others and our community to another platform of believing, understanding, and sharing in our mental mind how things work, how systems and structures are formulated, right? So we can jump from one position of mental believing to another position of mental believing, and even spiritual jumping. We can jump from one dimension of awareness to the next. We can have ethical consciousness challenges with this. For example, if we could fail to jump because we are choosing not to change history. But who changes history? We do every minute of every day. We change history by choosing or not choosing to act or not act. Actions and inactions actually create our future. Sometimes we can jump to the past and we can change history by conflict resolving those energetic attachments, which releases the energetic charge. Right? So there's many reasons why we may choose to fail to jump, because they impact us with negative consequences or undesired intentions. What do we mean about not relating to a previous life? Sometimes in our previous life or our past, for example, we had a negative experience, and we believe that that negative experience should be held in place. So we may fail to jump back to that negative experience because we believe it has to stay negative. But what if it doesn't? What if we can jump back mentally, emotionally, spiritually, or physically and change that past in such a way that it creates a better relationship? What if we had a fight with someone or a negative interaction with somebody to the point where it changed their life and our lives forever? What if we have the opportunity to really readjust that in our own mind, in our own heart, and it actually changes inside the quantum field the physical representation of what occurred? We have a lot of power, and we also have a lot of heart. And when we bring our heart and into these considerations, we can influence the world and our own inner world in such positive ways we never knew we could create. So that leads us to talking about and sharing opportunities for exploring practical uses for quantum jumping. We can create with conscious choice. We can combine our brain, our nervous system, our hearts, our whole being into the idea of what it is we would like to create in benefit to ourselves, each other, and life circumstances. We can gather insight for energetic relating. What do I mean by that? Right? We may not realize this, but honestly, all of the relating that we do, either with ourselves, others, and life circumstances, that means all around the world, nature, animals, all of it, are all energetic relating. When we quantum jump to another reality, we can actually move from chaotic states, land, bring forward new understanding, new awareness to create ease and flow for everyone's life. Practical uses can also include, for quantum jumping, advanced uses for problem solving. And what do we mean by that? So, for example, in our past or in our present moment, we have a significant problem. What if we could jump back to the past to clear some of those errors that had occurred during the process of creation and correct them to create that ease and flow into the present and move it into the future? What if in the past it was not working out so well and we're in the present moment? We can quantum jump from the future and reverse engineer us to getting to that desired state or outcome. Which leads us where supportive outcomes can then be amplified. What do we mean by that? We can really move to higher and higher and higher levels for ourselves, each other, and the community, and our humanity, by moving from these senses of failures to jumping to opportunities for success for everyone. Now I wanted to talk more deeply about the opportunity of creating your quantum jump. What do you mean by that? Well, it's really wonderful to present this idea, this opportunity, and this service that we have provided through accessinfinite.knowledge.com. We have created Tuesdays this beautiful TV show called Hidden Superpowers on Awake TV Network.live. Here, you sign up for a subscription for 12 weeks. We're on week 11 right now that you just presenced yourself to. You can begin by going back to week 1 on Hidden Superpowers on Awake TV and hear how you discover your hidden superpowers. And then on Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. your time zone, through accessinfinite.knowledge.com, we have a remote energy healing program that helps you connect very specifically each week. Week 1 with the TV show and week 1 with the quantum energy healing remote transmission process to discover your hidden superpowers. Then on week 2, you go through the second week, the third week, all the way for 12 weeks, coincidingly the day before and the next day on Wednesday. Each Wednesday night for 12 weeks, you can connect to your inner guidance, opening your own innate hidden superpowers. By following this curriculum, this knowing, this wisdom and understanding, you can gain deep and wonderful access to your inner guidance that will share with you specifically your unique skills, your unique abilities that we develop over time through experiencing life and all it has to offer through your sense of giftedness. We are so excited to support you through this process. Please visit every 12 weeks on AwakeTVNetwork.live, the quantum energy healing process of hidden superpowers. And then going to the website of accessinfinite.knowledge.com, signing up for hidden superpowers. And there for 30 minutes every Wednesday, you lay back, you rest your body, and you tune in and connect with your inner guidance. And each week we will guide you through these different hidden superpowers, activating them, awakening them in you through the process of clearing your specific consciousness challenges that prevent you from actually experiencing your hidden superpowers. When we do that, you feel lighter, you feel more open, and have an opportunity inside that empowered state of being to really bring forward those practical aspects of your hidden superpowers each and every week. We have a special offer too about this process. We are so excited to collaborate with AwakeTVNetwork.live that we've created a special offer when you sign up for your remote energy healing transmission program, Hidden Superpowers. You receive a coupon code for 33% off to cover all the subscription we have with Awake TV. And it's so beautiful. You receive all of these beautiful gifts to really connect to your inner guidance. Fill in the coupon code with all capital letters AWAKE33 and come and experience your deep, innate superpowers and develop those abilities into highly mastered skill sets. I thank you so much for joining us to talk about quantum jumping, and I'm excited in future seasons to really develop these abilities and move quantum jumping into the realms of physical teleportation. In the meantime, we are learning how to teleport ourselves emotionally, mentally, and spiritually into different realms of reality so that you become oriented to potentials and possibilities you may never have expected or understood or known that were possibilities and potentials in your life. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. It was a pleasure sharing this wisdom with you.